Okay, Shalom, Shalom. So, real quick, this would be part two. It'll be about 2 minutes. Part one, as you can see, my phone had died at 25 minutes, but it's cool. I was at the very end of the lesson. I was going into the details of Jacob's trouble using 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and I had left off at 6. It says, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled." So let me go down to, let's see, verse 14. Because once again, I'm just going into detail on what Jacob's trouble is going to look like. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. And that's talking about that world, which means a body of people. It's talking about America. Because once again, Jacob's trouble is going to be in America. That's where this truth is. That's where most of the elect are. That's where this truth is being heavily pushed. And it's also where most of the prophecies of the Bible are taking place. The end time prophecies in America. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. That's the militaries, these different countries is coming against us. BRICS. I just did a lesson about BRICS. Put it on the camp channel, Children of the Light. That's destruction. All the famines that's gonna come, which is talking about that early on in verse 5. But it's talking about the destruction of the people. The elites trying to issue in the MOTB, which is the destruction of your mind. All right, which they're not gonna get far with that. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, but it's really talking about the military and the missiles, the ICBM missiles. All right, and one shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Which the modern day sword is the gun. That's why you seeing all these armies and nations gearing up, getting their military strength right, because they already know what time it is. It's time to go to war, World War III. It's actually that time right now, and it's happening right now. Because isn't damn near the whole nation of, isn't the whole world at war or in conflict with some other nation? North Korea, South Korea, they hate each other and they right next to each other. China, Taiwan, Israel, Hamas, Israel, Palestine, Russia, Ukraine. And then you got USA beefed up with the whole BRICS nations. NATO, they already know they're going to have to get involved soon as the United States get involved, which they already involved. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in power. And that's going to be sedition among men. That's talking about war, but that's specifically talking about sedition among men within the country, because this country is going to be broken up into factions or sections, if you may. And based off your geographical location, what state you in, that's going to be who you have to abide by. They rules, liberals, conservatives. You're going to see a lot of neighbors fighting, neighbors against neighbor, kingdom against kingdom. But that's going to be your civil war right there. That's sedition among men. Because basically sedition, the meaning of sedition is to, matter of fact, let's get that meaning real quick, because it's very important to know words, word play. Sedition means over, no, I want to, definition. It says right here, conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. So once again, that's just pertaining to Isaiah 19, setting the Egyptians against the Egyptians, yo liberals against your conservatives, aka red pill, blue pill, aka your Americans versus your Americans. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right, you ain't gonna be able to go visit your auntie, your mama. I'm in Fort Worth. I'm in Dallas. I ain't gonna be able to go see my mom in Fort Worth. I ain't gonna be able to just travel, all the vacation and leisure time and relaxing and jet setting and passport bros and shit. That shit gonna be cut off. As you can see, they already, you watch you watch part one of this, they already cut off over 3,000 flights across the United States alone. So everybody who bought their little ticket to go see Costa Rica and Puerto Rico and Jamaica and Turks and Cabo and shit like that, guess what? Your ass You just got judged because you went and bought them tickets thinking you finna jet set. But whole time, nigga, it's a whole motherfucking global IT outage across the whole world. And the world don't revolve around you. That's why they had no trouble canceling your damn flight. So figure it out what happened and why it happened. Because we know, us prophets, we reporting on it. The elect, one thing about it, we going to report on it, all right? Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, right? Because American is proud people. That's why in the book of Daniel, when it's going into the describing the what's it called, the 7 heads and 10 horns, when it speaks on America having the one that had the little horn, and it spoke, it was more stout among his fellows. That was talking about America, because the pride of America is basically a melting pot. You know, once it gets to the point of these motherfuckers so proudful that they ready to go to war and shit about who the president is and what you believe in and shit like that. For example, if you watch that Civil America movie, they was like, they seen the little army dudes. They was like shoveling bodies, putting bodies in dumpsters and shit. I guess they had killed all them people. And the one dude was like, I'm an American. And then the army dude, he said, what kind of American are you? Basically, nigga, is you a liberal, Democrat? Republican? Or you conservative, my nigga? You know, who are you? Because based off what you identify as, that's going to be whether I kill you or not. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So you don't think the neighbors has been watching you the last 2-3 years, 5 years, y'all been neighbors and y'all barely speak, or y'all been neighbors and y'all used to be cool, but something happened and now y'all don't talk no more, or maybe y'all talk every day. Well, guess what? The human mind, when it's in hunger, in need of hunger and provisions, especially in America, we all fucked up in the mind. Drugs and alcohol and abuse and depression, affliction, all types of shit. When the motherfucker get hungry, man, you ever heard of the term knocking at your door? Right, that's what that's gonna go to. Except they ain't gonna be knocking at your door, they're gonna be knocking your door down, getting into your shit. And that's why I say a man should have no pity upon his neighbor, because they ain't gonna care about you pleading, trying to give them money. Oh, I got my 3-month-old baby with me, please spare us. Man, they gonna take you, they gonna kill you, take the baby. You probably say that motherfucker to eat it later on. Take the baby food, eat the baby food, take all the other food. Nigga, they gonna take everything. And then, like I said, even the baby food gonna be gone, nigga. So, hey, I think I'm gonna stop right there. Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. But yeah, man, once again, this is part 2 of Jacob's Trouble. You know, doing a lesson on it. Definitely hope you brothers edified with that. Shalom.